Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by Ali Meesam ahead of his professional debut on Saturday. Ali, how are you?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Just finished training not long ago. Feeling good, ready.
Perfect, mate. Well, we're looking forward to it as well. So we'll jump straight into it. So, professional debut on Saturday, Izzy Asif GBM show. I mean, you must be buzzing for this one, mate.
Yeah, you know what? I'm buzzing, but at the same time, like I was talking to my friends the other day, and I was like, I've pictured this moment like 1,000 times in my head already. So it's kind of like I've done it. So I'm definitely excited, but I think when I get there, it'll be a total different thing, and that's when the excitement will kick in.
Definitely, mate. I was talking to your manager Nathaniel as well. He said that I think obviously compared to other fighters turning professional, your amateur experience is fairly limited. You don't have too many amateur fights. But why was now the right time for you to turn over?
I think it's sometimes you can stay amateur for too long as well. Like you talk about these GB boxers, they turn over, and you see a lot of them get beat in the professional game. Um, in the Midlands alone, you've seen Connor Walker beat, I think it was Cyrus Patterson, or yeah, it was Cyrus Patterson from Newcastle who was on GB for so long. So I think it's all about what works for you. I think stylistically, when you're ready, and I felt like this time was kind of perfect for me to turn over now.
Definitely, mate. And for those that aren't familiar with kind of yourself in the amateurs as well, what can people expect when they watch you fight on Saturday night in Coventry?
Um, I got asked this question when I went down for the media day at GBM, and I said, me and my coach were kind of like prepare for every situation. So I'd say stylistically, naturally, I'm more of a counter puncher, slick boxer, but I'd like to say I can do anything. I can go forward and fight on the front foot if I have to chase somebody or box on the back foot. I can do it all.
Definitely, mate. Well, we look forward to seeing it as well. I do want to touch on kind of the show that you're boxing on the GBM Sports show. I mean, I feel like Izzy Azif's doing a great job with kind of I don't even want to call it small hall shows because I feel like he's taken it to the next level. It's really good, but obviously
Oh, yeah.
not only excited to do your professional debut, but do it on a show that's kind of on the rise as well and topped with an IBF European title fight in Danny Quartermain as well.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And that's credit to my management. They got me on this show. They said they'd get me on this show, and they've done it. So, and I feel like obviously everybody wants to fight on these big shows. So it's a massive opportunity for me to shine, and if I put a good statement there, hopefully it can be a trend where I stay on these shows and I don't really have to jump on anything. But yeah, it's Izzy at GBM, man. They're big. I remember here I met him in Saudi, like when Anthony Joshua had his rematch with Usyk, and he was telling me like all these plans for his shows and stuff, and I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like he was like, when you're ready to turn pro, you come with me, la la la. And we're here now. It's crazy. Destiny's it's just mad. But yeah, their shows are top tier. I wouldn't even class them as small halls. They're top tier. If you see their productions, it's next level. It's on par with the main TV broadcast channels anyway.
Definitely, mate, and also catch it on I think Talksport's YouTube channel as well. So I'll make sure to
Yeah,
put the link to the fight in the description so we can watch your fight
100%.
live as well, mate. Um, yeah, and your manager was saying that this fight on Friday, your debut, is going to be at welterweight, I think, but you're planning to do the rest of your career aim definitely in title contention at super lightweight as well.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So this one I'm coming in just under welterweight. So I can make super lightweight anyway, but I think just how the opponents and the availability of other opponents were. So that's how it panned out for this fight.
Definitely, mate. Well, we look forward to seeing it. You touched on your coach just a bit there, Carly G. I've been informed that he's a coach that's going to be on the rise in a few years. But talk to me, what's your relationship with him like, and kind of how good is he as a coach for those that don't know?
He's like a brother, uncle, coach. He's everything, man. When I was looking around for coaches and stuff, like I met Carly years ago, about 6, 7 years ago. But it's about I was trying to look for people that are like sort of good in their heart and sort of got like good intentions for their boxers and stuff. So me and my coach's relationships like that, like we're tight. And skills wise, he knows the game, and I don't think there's a second that goes by he's not watching boxing. you might think you watch boxing, but you might not watch boxing like him. And yeah, he's very good, man. Definitely, he'll get his honors once he gets a couple of wins under his boxes and stuff for sure. He'd be a coach defo to rise.
Definitely, mate. We'll keep an eye out for Carly G and yourself as well. All starting on
Yeah.
Saturday night. But yeah, Ali, what would you say? Kind of, obviously, we're at the beginning of 2024. Obviously, a year is a long time, especially for kind of prospects like yourself just turning over. But kind of, what would you say your goals are for the rest of 2024? Where would you like to be at the start of 2025?
I'd like to get a busy year, you know. Hopefully end on minimum 5 fights by the end of the year. We're in March now, so hopefully I think that's a possibility to do. And then sort of put myself in contentions for titles next year because I'm not in the game to just fight and stuff, you know. I want titles. I want to move up the rankings this year and be in a good position to fight for titles next year at the back end of last next year.
Definitely, mate. I do have to mention the super lightweight division as well. I mean, it's pretty stacked
Mention
it
yeah, of
domestically.
course.
I mean, how excited are you to be kind of to get into that mix? Obviously, I was at Steel City yesterday with Dalton Smith watching him spar Anthony Higgett. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a great watch. But how excited is it to kind of soon to join that crop of talent at 140?
It's crazy. I think apart from Dalton Smith in the Britain, it's kind of open for the taking. There's not really anybody that stands out to me apart from him, and he's sort of pushed way past that now. Really, his next fight is a good one. It's sort of like a fringe world level fight. So I think it's very exciting because the division's got quite a lot of boxers in there, and it's pretty open for the taking. Whoever comes out on top comes out on top. But that's why I want to be in the mix of next year, 100%. I want all these guys once I get my few fights under the belt, get my rounds in. I'll be ready for whoever.
Definitely, mate. Well, we look forward to seeing it. Ali, we've absolutely smashed through my questions. Thank you again for your time today. My final one, we ask everyone this when all's said and done, what does boxing mean to you?
I think I'm gonna do a Canelo slogan: "Boxing is life." It has to be, you know, because especially me, you know, like I think in anyone, because it's so hard. Like you have to love the sport to do it. You can't it's so hard, like training twice a day when you're tired and sparring, then you might have a bad spot, and you gotta train again, you gotta train again. So I think it's one of the toughest sports in the world. Not no disrespect to other ones, because if you lose, you're not just losing, you're getting beaten up and you're going home with a broken nose or a broken eye socket or whatever. We've seen it many times, big injuries. They can be life changing as well. But it's just something about the sport, like you have to love it. So it's boxing is a part of your life, I'd say. Definitely
Definitely,
a
mate.
part of mine.
Definitely, mate. I mean, that is one of the perfect answers we've ever received to that question. Ali, thank you again for your time today, mate, and best of luck for your debut on Saturday.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for your time as well.